What are the best get to know you questions to ask on a first date? Questions which allow them to talk a bit about themselves are the best. Things such as what they do for a living, want to do for a living. Things they may consider to be on their bucket list. Hobbies. Music, film, TV taste. Basic stuff like that. Not only does it allow them to talk about themselves for a little while, which most people enjoy, it also gives a distinct impression that you're interested in them as a personality. But the best bit is that when they are talking about themselves, they are also giving you more to go on in regards to asking further questions, which helps keep the conversation running smoothly. Just don't ever use the phrase "so tell me about yourself," because that often leads to either a complete freeze on what to say about yourself, or only little bits of information which give you little to go off. Do talk F-O-R-D. Family. Occupation. Recreation. Dreams. Do not religion. Accounts. Politics. Exes. Ford should be jumping off points. Her sister lives in Tucson. Oh, I visited there once. The cactus gardens were amazing. Oh, you're into botany? Oh right, you mentioned gardening before. Etc. You can talk about stuff in the other category. It just takes a lot of faith in your solid social skills. So maybe stick with Ford. Actually listen and be interested. Whether talk at the beginning is underrated. Ask about their job, school, hobbies. You might learn something interesting. I briefly dated someone who could read body language and he taught me a few things. People who can read body language scare me. It's like they can unravel your whole existence in one conversation. What is your name? What is your quest? What is the capital of Assyria? How many walkers have you killed? How many people have you killed? Why? Make sure you look her up on the EBDB before you embark on said date. I remember hearing when it comes to conversation starters for first dates. Avoid rape. R. Religion. Adolf Hitler. P. Politics. E. Exes. I can't remember what A was, but you shouldn't talk too much about Adolf Hitler on a first date either. What's your KD ratio? KD totally doesn't matter. It's about the team play and the objectives. Start the conversation light. Get a laugh in there, and when the time is right you raise your voice and in a monotone fashion yell out the following. Led Zeppelin or Black Sabbath? Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles? Apple or pineapple? Dali or Munch? Edit. Spelling. Justin Bieber or One Direction? Putin or Obama? Greg or Gregory? Real Madrid or Barcelona? Italian or Mexican? Left foot or right foot? Star Trek or Star Wars? Always ask them about their politics. Religion is a good go-to. Make sure to really drive home that you need to know now when they want kids. Tell them as much as you can about your previous relationship. It shows them you care about people. Any sorts of childhood abuses should also be the focus. Tell as many sad stories as you can so later the happy stories hit home harder. So basically I walk in and open up with, I'm mostly liberal and don't believe in God. I think 2 kids is a good number and I won't raise them religious. Most of my previous relationships have been casual and mostly physical and absolutely demonstrate issues with commitment. My parents spanked me with a belt as a child. One time I killed a possum with my car. And my grandmother died 6 years ago. Then burst into tears. Has anyone really been far even as decided to use even go want to do look more like? You've got to be kidding me. I've been further even more decided to use even go need to do look more as anyone can. Can you really be far even as decided half as much to use go wish for that? My guess is that when one really been far even as decided wants to use even go want, it is then that he has really been far even as decided to use even go want to do look more like. It's just common sense. I personally don't like asking questions in dates. Sure, it's about getting to know the other person, but initially I just like to chat about things. I like to see if we share common interests or the same type of humor. Also makes me feel more comfortable. So I should talk about how I have thoughts of just standing up on my desk at work while dancing with a hula hoop to the Bee Gees, Staying Alive. EBBY, you want some fuck? Unless you want a casual relationship. Ask about their hopes and dreams for the future. Whether they want any kids. What career options they might pursue. Whether they intend to live in another area someday. Etc. If they want things that you would not be willing to consider. There is no point in going on a second date. On one hand, I agree that it's good to get these things out of the way early. On the other hand, I feel like questions like that are a bit heavy and intense for the first time meeting someone. It's a big turnoff for me, M/36, when a girl starts asking about kids and marriage on the first date. Too much. Too fast. I don't even know if I want to see you a second time yet. Marriage and children, even if it's just a general question, is the farthest thing from my mind right now. I like to keep it lighter and stick with hobbies, interests, family, etc. Hey. Where are you going? Why are you running away? Could you please stop screaming? No. Would you wait up? Anal? Question 1. Hey there. What's your name? Question 2. You like having a massive dick being shoved furiously in and ferociously out of your soul? What was your childhood like? It's always best to cut straight to the jib, and I understand after years of taking my son to psychiatrists that bad childhood experiences can really mess up one's life. What I didn't understand is how my son had a traumatic childhood. Nothing bad happened when he was young. After 15 trips to the psychiatrists and still nothing in hand, I got tired of paying the bills and instead performed it at home myself. It's amazing what you can beat out of someone with jumper cables. Just keep it simple. Keep to the small talk.